Hello, welcome to Instant Insights. At Global Data Thematic Intelligence, we track over 100 tech, industry, ESG, and macro themes impacting all major sectors. I'm Thomas Pothalingam, and today I'm joined by Army Daniel, co-founder and CEO of Windward, a UK publicly listed predictive intelligence company, to talk about their company as well as developments in data analytics and the integration of AI. Hi, Army. I hope you're well.
Very well. Good morning. The sun is shining. They told us this is going to be the wettest summer ever in the UK. I'm not feeling very wet right now. So,
It's always good to hear. I'd like to start by asking you if you could broadly tell us what does Windward do and how and where AI is integrated into your product offering.
of course, Windward, again, is publicly listed in the UK. We're a maritime AI company. So, we help more than 200 customers, blue chip customers across industries, basically take decisions on global trade, on buying cargoes, selling cargoes, and due diligence on who they let into ports. Two-thirds of our revenue is public sector, and a third is private sector. So most of the sanctions enforcements, drug smuggling at sea, and so forth, events you hear about are connected to our customers, dozens of customers in the public sector. On the private sector, we support more than 70% of the underwritten world fleet, i.e., via our insurance companies' customers, almost half of the oil traded, and I guess more than a third of the bunker fuel sold. So all of these customers take decisions daily with our software. Can I trust this vessel when I do due diligence? Will this container arrive on time? Can I let this vessel into port? We do this by taking global, public, commercial, private, and Windward-generated data, giving it to our customers to validate, improving it, curating it, and having it input into the models. AI is built from the ground up, in how we curate data, in how we figure out anomalies in the data. We announced yesterday, for instance, a new deep learning model to find vessel spoofing. You probably heard some articles by CNN or BBC about two ships in the middle of the night spoofing their location and transferring oil. So we do this with deep learning, the only ones in the world. So that's one example for that. We calculate ETAs with predictive intelligence and deep learning exceptions. And recently we announced a product called My Expert, which is the first ever generative AI agent in our industry. And I think our customers love it.
Thank you very much for that explanation. That was really informative. I'd like to find out more about the performance of AI in data analytics. So, what are the benefits of using AI compared to the traditional data analytics platform in the shipping industry?
So I think it's very simple. AI is very good at predicting things based on a lot of data that humans struggle to do. For example, when you drive your car, AI can predict probably very well what is your propensity to have an accident according to how you drive and how fast do you turn in your parking lot. So we use AI to solve a bunch of problems in the shipping and the trading industries. And I gave the example of spoofing, and I'll dig into that a bit. Previously, we had a typology. We found the bad guys, in this case, the Russian smugglers or the Iranians and so forth, every time spoofing their location or identity in a new way. And every time we had to research a new way and a new way and a new way. It was a cat and mouse game. Today, we do this in deep learning with deep learning. So we don't need to constantly find another way using manual research, but the model learns and figures out itself what are these new ways. So that's one example. Another example is predictive ETA. Today, our customers manage more than 1 million containers where they use AI to predict what will be the ETA of the container 45 days out, including all the transshipments. So a container ship from China goes to two transshipments to the UK, for example. They will know starting China when it will arrive. And then you book the haulage, i.e. the truck, more efficiently. So it's all about, I think, either reducing risk or improving customer service or improving the revenue. Generative AI, I think, allows you to solve more problems. And I can talk about that if you want to.
Absolutely, please.
So we launched the first product in this industry with generative AI called My Expert. It's a generative AI agent with about a decade of experience in shipping and risk. And what it does for our customers, it solves two main problems. Number one is expertise. Number two is productivity. So it takes the Windward data, so we make sure there's no hallucinations, and it interprets the vessel profile for the customer. So right now, a lot of our customers are struggling to hire legal officers or shipping experts because it's just too much demand right now because it's really booming. And therefore, What we do for them is we collapse the time to onboarding and training. So they can click a button, and it's like the best expert in the world took a look at this ship and summarize it for you. And then also generates an email to that ship owner saying, hello, we would like to do business with your ship, but can you please address issues A, B, C, D? It also goes out to the media and solves the adverse media problem. So it will check automatically whether anything is wrong in the media with this vessel. So the combination of these things, I think, is a great step forward. For us, it's the first step in our generative AI journey. And I have to say the customers are super excited. They're also asking a lot of stuff we didn't think about, which is, I think, natural. And I think it's great to go on this journey with our customers.
Absolutely. So you've spoken a little about the AI industry in general, but so a recent global data sentiment poll showed that for the first time in around 18 months, the proportion of respondents who believed AI would live up to its promises fell below 50%. This suggests that the hype around the technology is potentially waning. Why do you think that is?
Well, Peter Thiel says that to build a big company, you need to be right for a long time about something everybody's wrong about. So I wouldn't necessarily go out to the public and ask them, what do you think about the future? Because it's a very tough question. I would go to experts like Eric Schmidt, who provide a very good lecture this week in Silicon Valley and explained very clearly how these benefits could be. I think the public and generally executives, they're prone to time bias. They're prone to the results. They're prone to whatever. I think there's enough proof right now in the world that A, LLMs can do a ton of things that we previously thought they couldn't. B, I think people were very worried about the pricing of large
Mhm.
language models. I think that's done. The pricing of just running LLMs is down, I think, in about 90% this year. And yesterday, Claude by Anthropic released another update, which allows you to reduce the pricing for another 90%. And we can assume it's going to continue to go down and the capabilities will continue to go up. I think in the future, AI will be like cloud. Do you use cloud? Everybody uses cloud.
Mhm.
This Zoom call is recorded on the cloud. Nobody cares. It just happens. And I think AI will be the same. So whether or not the surveys say this, the surveys say that, I think as a tech company, we are supposed to be on our front foot. Our customers expect us to be on the front foot, and they expect us to help them figure out their journey. I'm not saying it's easy, but nobody said tech is easy. If you want something easy, I don't know.
Absolutely. With all new technologies, there are always people who, for whatever reason, prefer the status quo, and this can pose a barrier to the implementation of technologies to the detriment of the industry. Has the adoption of AI-powered solutions been quite smooth for you, or have you been met with serious skepticism?
I think AI is a how, it's not a what. So as long as as a company, you're solving the what in a good way, customers shouldn't care what is the how. Okay, that's my view. Sometimes it's a stochastic regression. Sometimes it's ML. Sometimes it's AI. Sometimes it's supervised. Sometimes it's unsupervised. Sometimes it's Gen AI. I think the benefit we use all these methods to build products, and it's all about the jobs to be done. It's about the value to the customers, net new value. If you can deliver net new value, you're in a good spot. AI really didn't change the world yet, in my view. It is now changing the world because it's going to the 97% of the industry, which is the industrials. Because
Mhm.
Saudi Aramco, the Saudi oil company, released its results recently, and they made in a quarter more profit than, I hope you're seeing, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Google, Nvidia, and the rest five combined. Combined. Okay? So clearly people still, are printing money from oil. And look at Vitol, this was their best year ever in oil trading, right? So I think these industries haven't really adopted AI to the depth. And I think that's the opportunity I'm seeing. And I think we're in a perfect spot. Generative AI benefits with companies with A, proprietary data, B, blue chip customer set, and C, platform which is mature enough to build on generative AI. I think we're privileged to have all three, and therefore I'm quite optimistic.
Thank you very much, Army, for these insights. You can find out more about data analytics, AI, and more on our intelligence centers and in the Global Data Report store. Thanks for listening, and from us in Thematic Intelligence, see you next time.
See you next time.